Hello everybody, my name is nuttycivicsi, and today I'm going to be doing a quick video of the top 6 PS5 games that I'm excited for, because I have pre-ordered the PlayStation 5 and I am so excited to finally get a hold of it. So we're going to be talking about the top 6 games that I'm very excited for that were in the PlayStation 5 showcase, and also the live stream before that, like way before that came out. But yeah, that's all we're going to be talking about. And the reason it's top 6 is because I couldn't decide between a couple games. So I'm like, screw it, 6. So yeah, if I look over here quite a lot, it's because I got the list over here, because I have a bad memory. So yeah, that's why. And I'm going to put up some gameplay, of course, in between showing the games and all that. Not much gameplay. Not like the entire time I'm talking or anything, probably. Or maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It depends how much there is, because some games there isn't any gameplay at all, really. So it depends. But anyways, let's just start right away. So at number 6, we got Project Atheia, I think you pronounce it. It's kind of a weird one. I don't really have a lot to say about this one, simply because there's not a lot about it. The trailer is very, very, very vague. I might be able to fit like literally the entire thing into while I'm talking. Not a lot going on, but the visuals inside look amazing. The character design is incredible, and that bit with a wolf going is like really cool, and it just looks interesting. It just intrigued me, I guess. So yeah, but that is the reason it's number 6. Obviously, I don't know anything about it. I'm just intrigued by it, by the looks of things. Who knows? It might be awful, but I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna pick it up and try it out. Who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that one. Like I said, first off, there's not a lot to say because there's not a lot there. But yeah, and I also like the name, Project Atheia. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. Next, at number 5, we will have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. So, Insomniac Games coming back with another Ratchet & Clank. So the one on PS4, actually, a lot of people don't like. I never actually got to play it, but a lot of people hated it. I don't know why, because I never played it. But this one looks really interesting. The gameplay mechanics are really cool. It's got that good old hack and slash that the Ratchet & Clank games had on the PS2. Those are pretty much the only ones I ever played, so yeah. But yeah, it makes me really, really excited for the game, to be honest. Yeah, and the female thing, whatever they're called, I don't remember. The white one, what are they called? Something. I don't know. You all know what I mean. But it looks very interesting, the gameplay mechanics. I haven't seen a lot of gameplay, but there is a lot of gameplay out there. Insomniac keeps posting it to Twitter, so that's what I've been familiar with. But yeah. So it's been really interesting. As you can see in the gameplay in the background, it looks incredible. Just absolutely amazing, honestly. I cannot wait. It'll probably be one of the first games I end up even playing on the PS5, besides a couple that we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, it'll probably be one of the first games I end up playing, which is fine, because it's kind of poetic in a way, because one of the first games I ever played on the PS3 was Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction, I think it was called. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I got to say about that one. Basically, I'm just excited to go back to Ratchet & Clank, see what's up. It'll be cool. But once again, that's why it's kind of lower, because I don't really know what to expect. It's more just to have fun with. It's not something I'm insanely hyped for or anything like that. But it's still up there. It's yeah, kind of excited for it. But anyways, at number 4, we got Horizon Forbidden West. So I did play the first Horizon Zero Dawn. As I was saying, I did play for Horizon Zero Dawn. It's actually right up on my shelf, somewhere around here. Actually, you know what? Hey, guess what? Got the game. See? Sorry, I looked at the camera. Yeah, I got the game. So there it is. I bought it like a while ago. I really enjoyed it. I actually haven't finished it yet. Now that I think about it, I never finished it. But it was really, really interesting. I loved the story. The characters were great. The visuals were amazing. The big robot dinos. These guys. See them? These guys? Very interesting. Loved every second of it. It was a blast. Like I said, I've not finished it, so technically I don't know the ending, but whatever. It's still really cool, and I'm really excited for the next game. Although there was no gameplay, it still showed a lot of cinematics, and it looked very interesting. Now, I never trust cinematic trailers, but it's okay. This looks interesting, and it's especially because it's a sequel to a game that was really good, so it's kind of more promising in that regard. Since it's a cinematic trailer, I don't really have much to say about the gameplay. There was parts of her diving underwater, and I don't remember anything like that from the first game. It's been a long time since I played it, I'll be honest, and I have a really bad memory. But yeah, that looked really interesting, and it's set in like America, or like future somewhere in America. I don't really remember. I have a really bad memory, but either way, it looks really interesting. The visuals were amazing. The graphics were enhanced a lot, and it looks very, very good, and I cannot wait to play it. Don't know if I'll get it opening day. I don't think it'll be one of those pre-order games, but I'll definitely be buying it at some point. But anyway, let's move on to number 3. Now, here's where it gets really hype. So, a bit of a different one. This is actually a brand new game coming out, and it is Deathloop. I don't know anything about this game. The trailers are very, very vague about what it's about. I know there's some time loop going on. There's a rival assassin. You got to take out people within a certain time or something, and it makes it look like you can do it any way you want, which is really interesting to me. And just a first-person shooter, gameplay looks very interesting. The weapon choice is very good, and yeah, just everything about it looks promising, and I cannot wait. The character seems very interesting. The voice acting is amazing, and then whoever the other assassin is also seems very interesting, and it looks like it's kind of a multiplayer co-op game, but then the story elements seem like single player, so I don't know what this is going to be, but it looks very, very interesting, and I think that's why I'm excited for it, and also just the visuals in general. I love the art style, and I love the weapon choice. It looks very, 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 very good. That was a lot of varies. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what's up with it, really, because I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how the time loop things works. I don't know. I know he dies and he comes back or something. I don't know. It didn't really explain it. I'm glad it didn't explain it though, because I want to experience it for myself. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one too, I guess. This video really isn't gonna be long, but that's okay. Quick videos are fun, right? So yeah. So Deathloop looks very, very interesting. Might pre-order it. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah. Anyways, so number 2. We got the God of War sequel, which I'm pretty sure is going to be called God of War Ragnarok. Very cool name. Reminds me of a certain movie, Thor Ragnarok. But yeah, once again, this didn't show any gameplay. It was literally a teaser trailer. I can probably show it right here, like the entire thing. It just showed like a blue version of the logo. Actually, you know what? Look at this. I got this one too. I brought this one down. See that logo there? Wait, that one? Yeah, the light's reflecting really bad, but that one, there was a blue version of that logo. And once again, haven't finished this game. I didn't get around to it because I'm playing with my dad, and it's been difficult to try and find time to play it. So yeah, still not finished it, but the game so far is phenomenal. It's just very, very good. I love the characters. The voice acting is amazing. It actually got Game of the Year, which is really interesting. But yes, I'm beyond excited. They actually ended the showcase with that, and it was the hypest thing. I was very, very excited. And it says in big letters, Ragnarok is coming. So that leads me to assume it's called God of War Ragnarok. That would make sense since it's Norse mythology and all that. But yeah. So once again, didn't show any gameplay, but still, that's okay. The first God of War game had perfect gameplay anyway, so if they just kind of build on that a little bit, I'm sure everyone wouldn't even mind. It looks amazing. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about God of War, simply because there's no gameplay, but I'm still very excited for it just because of the first game, which is why it's number 2. Now, before we get to number 1, I do have 5 real quick honorable mentions. I'm not going to be talking about them like the other ones. I'm just going to mention them real quick. Like an honorable mention, I guess, kind of in the title. First things first, Grand Theft Auto 5, of course, Grand Theft Auto 5 remastered, and GTA Online. I loved Grand Theft Auto 5. It's one of my favorite games of all time. GTA Online is up there as well. Even though I complain about it all the time, I love GTA Online so much. If you ever see me play in the streams, it's just a blast to play with my friends. I love it so much. And now the only reason this isn't on the list is, one, because it's kind of controversial to release a game, to remaster a game for a second time, in my opinion. I'm still excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad. I'm still excited. I really am excited to play it. But it's a game that I've played for, 6 years now? And it's nothing new. I mean, yeah, sure, it'll look a little bit better and all that, but still, that's why it's on the list. It's just nothing new. It's the same game I've played. I played the story 4 times. I'm gonna play it a 5th time, but still, it's the same game I've played. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason, though. I am excited for it, genuinely. So the next thing is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. So I haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's in a long time, but I used to be a really big fan of the series. After the 3rd one, it kind of went downhill, so I didn't really care that much. Some people even say the 3rd one went downhill, but I actually kind of liked it, so whatever. But this seems like the big return, and actually the first ever console release, I'm pretty sure. I actually don't know if that's true. There might have been a console game. I don't think so, though. So it might be. And it looks quite interesting. The place looks very different. And it's also a 3D environment, which leads me to assume it's like a survival horror game, which would be really cool, like first person or third person or whatever. It looks really interesting. But the reason it's not on the list, once again, there's not a lot to go off of. I don't know if it's going to be bad. I don't know if it's going to be good. So I don't know to be excited or just like, I don't know. I don't know, disappointed or excited. I don't know. So yeah, I decided to throw it in the honorable mentions. But still, it shocked me in the showcase, not going to lie. I did not expect to see Five Nights at Freddy's come up, but it's interesting. I'm intrigued to see what happens. Next thing is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I'm going to be getting this on PS5 100%, but the only reason it's in the honorable mentions, I'm not going to really talk about it because I've already done reaction videos and everything, so you guys know my opinion if you've seen those anyway. If you haven't seen those, go check them out. If you want to know my opinion anyway. But the only reason it's not on the list is simply because Call of Duty has disappointed me 3 times now. So I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get too crazy about it. I don't want to get too hyped or anything like that. I just want to keep it where it is, and that's it. That'll be it. But yeah, but I am still a little bit excited for it, just for the zombies, really. The campaign looks really cool. In the showcase, I actually revealed a sneak peek of the campaign. It looks really interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to get disappointed, so that's why it's kind of just staying in the back of my mind, and that's it. I'm not like super hyped for it or anything. Next up, we got Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village, or just Village. I don't know what it's supposed to be called. I'm just going to call it Resident Evil 8. But the reason this is on honorable mentions is because I actually haven't played any of them, but the game looks really interesting. I've seen gameplay of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, like a lot of gameplay, but I've never actually gotten around to playing it, even though I've wanted to, but I've just never really got around to it, I guess. But yeah, but it still looks very interesting, so I wanted to throw it on there, just mention it real quick. It looks pretty terrifying at the same time, though, but the graphics are just insane, so it's going to be really interesting to see. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I don't even know if I'm going to buy it, but I thought I'd throw it on there just because it looks very interesting, and I don't know. It's kind of in the back of my mind, I guess. And then last honorable mention will be Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the weirdest title I've ever seen in a game. The only reason, once again, this isn't on the list is because I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know whether to be excited or kind of meh. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about it. The trailer doesn't have any gameplay, so no one knows what it's about. But yeah, but the thing that interests me is the co-op Suicide Squad kind of thing. It sounds kind of cool, and the whole idea with the Kill the Justice League title, I don't know what that's all about, but I'm intrigued to find out. So yeah, so I thought I'd throw that in there as well, even though I'm not like insanely hyped for it or anything like that. But anyways, let's stop stalling. Let's get straight to number 1. I'm sure all of you have guessed it by now. Of course, it's going to be Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Once again, huge fan of Marvel Spider-Man. Absolutely huge fan of this game. One of my favorite games of all time. I loved it. I loved the story. I loved the characters. I loved the voice acting. I loved literally everything about this game. It was perfect in my eyes. I loved everything about it. And there's not many games I can say that for. I genuinely loved everything about Marvel Spider-Man. Which is why I'm so excited for Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Even though this is kind of a 1.5, like it's not Spider-Man 2, it's a 1.5 kind of thing. Kind of like how, I don't know, the example I give, because it's It's very similar to the gameplay of Marvel Spider-Man. If you look at the gameplay trailer, things are very similar. It looks a lot better, and the graphics are kind of updated, and like the HUD and everything. The enemies look really cool. The villain is actually the Tinkerer, which is very interesting. Did not expect that at all. That's a very obscure villain, so I'm glad they picked something like that. But then again, I guess they picked Mr. Negative for the first game, and I didn't even know who he was, so yeah. But what I was about to say is it kind of reminds me of Assassin's Creed Rogue. Rogue took place between Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed Unity. Or wait, no, that's a complete lie. Took place between Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 4. So it was kind of like the middle child, in a way. So that's kind of like what Miles Morales is going to be for Spider-Man 2. I'm not saying it's any worse than Spider-Man 2 is going to be. I'm still very, very excited for this game because I love Miles. He's an amazing, amazing character. Especially in this game, they did him really well in this game. I love his storyline so far. It seems like it's going to be insanely interesting. Seems like Peter's still going to be there, so that's cool too. It'll still continue his story a little bit, but I'm sure they're going to save most of the stuff for Spider-Man 2. So yeah, but I think that's all I got to say about it, really. Very, very interesting. A lot of people are excited for it. It looks really, really, really good. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. It's actually going to be kind of a launch title as well, so it'll be really interesting to finally get the PS5 and then be able to play that. And it actually is coming with a remastered version of Spider-Man, so I'll be able to play that again too, which will be really fun. But yeah, so that was the top 6. What am I going to call it? The top 6 PlayStation 5 games that I'm excited for. Yeah, that's a good title. But yeah, that'll be it. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you click the like button, click the subscribe button, and also click that notification bell if you want to see everything I upload and or live stream, because I'm going to try and live stream a lot more lately. And also, let me know down in the comments if you like any of these games, and also if you like any different games. Let me know what you like. I'd love to read them. I'll heart a couple. You know, I like hearing people's opinions, so be sure to let me know. And if you don't want to, that's cool too. Have a good day. But anyways, I will see you all on the next video or live stream. Goodbye.